Wildcats entered this year's USCA National Championship with a 15-9 record, as well as posting a 7-5 mark in the new conference, the East Coast Conference. Hello everyone, I'm Drew Giersbeck here to bring you an update on the 2013 Daemon College women's volleyball team, the defending USCA national champions. This year's squad features many fresh faces as there are 9 newcomers to the team, as opposed to last year's championship winning team that was very experienced and only had 2 freshmen on the team. However, there is a familiar face on the sideline, that of head coach Mark Parise. Parise took over the Wildcats program partway through the 2005 campaign. Daemon was only 3-17 when he stepped in, and he helped them finish out the season with a 6-32 mark. The following season, he led the team to 14 wins, more than doubling the previous year's total. He's been at the helm ever since. Under the leadership of Coach Parise, the Wildcats were able to consistently improve year after year, eventually resulting in back-to-back 25+1 seasons the previous 2 years.
They really drive the defense and the ball control, and that's where our whole game comes from, is our ability to defend and then convert into offense.
One of the newcomers to the program this year is freshman Amber Drismala. Coach Parise had high hopes for Drismala when she agreed to come to Daemon, but one day something happened that put her freshman season in jeopardy. Amber tore her ACL in February of her senior year of high school, only 7 months before the Wildcats were expecting to begin their season.
I was in a volleyball tournament, and it was in a match, and I just landed the wrong way and just collapsed completely.
When we heard in her senior year that she had torn her ACL, it was disappointing because we knew she was a good ball control player, somebody that could come in and help us as a role player, and obviously we figured that was going to push it out and maybe not contribute at all as a freshman, and in fact it was kind of totally different. Not only did she work really hard to get herself back, but you could see her skill development was a lot higher than we had expected as well. So as soon as she was ready, we were ready, and she pretty much went from doctor's release to starting on the court and contributing to some of the big wins that we've had during the year. So it was a great amount of work that she put in. She's definitely somebody that you can tell that really loves the game, is passionate, and wants to do well.
One of the returners this year is junior Yi Wang, who is living her childhood dream. The 6'1" junior middle blocker had quite the journey to get to where she is today. It all began in her hometown of Beijing, China. In her early age, Yi discovered her passion for volleyball. Her parents realized she had great potential and was dedicated to the sport, so they sent her to a middle school that puts an emphasis on sports training, which is common in China. Yi further developed her volleyball skills at the school and also became fully committed to the sport. She decided it would be best to attend high school in Japan to help her achieve her full potential as a volleyball player. Japan is well known for producing some of the world's top volleyball players. It was a tough transition for Yi because she didn't know how to speak Japanese when she first arrived. She was able to conquer all of her obstacles in Japan and was finally ready to make her leap to the United States to fulfill her lifelong fantasy.
But she's, I think, obviously a dominating player at our level, and somebody that continues to get better every time they get out there.
Since Yi needed to improve her English skills, she decided to enroll in the English as a Second Language program in Emporia, Kansas. While in Kansas, Yi lived with a host family. She believes this experience improved her ability to speak English simply because there were only people around her who spoke English. The first place Yi wanted to look at a college to play for volleyball was in New York State. She thought of New York as a place with tall buildings like she would see in the TV shows she watches. When she arrived at Daemon, she realized that not all of New York was like that, but she loved the surrounding environment and the community of Amherst, most notably Niagara Falls. Although Yi has learned so much during her travels, she has also taught people new things. Coach Parise said Yi taught him new drills that were common in Japan, and he began utilizing them. The relationship between the two has been strong and has grown every year Yi has been at Daemon. Parise always makes sure she has everything she needs and is comfortable in the area since she has no family around her to help her out. Since arriving at Daemon, E has excelled both on and off the court. E has maintained a 3.7 GPA since arriving at Daemon over 2 years ago. On the court, E has been phenomenal. She was named a USCA second-team All-American last year, as well as being named to the All-Tournament team for her stellar performance in last year's championship run for the Wildcats.
We've seen her from being a freshman till now continue to take more and more responsibility out on the court. She blends in better with the team after, being here from Asia and the differences in culture. Took a little time in terms of how to blend with the rest of the team and what things, we really needed to focus on. And since, like I said, over the last year or two, she's really grown into a leader on the team, both statistically as well as off the court. So.
Daemon College is in the process of transitioning to the NCAA's Division II. The school has been playing against tougher competition in recent years and played the toughest schedule of any team in the USCA this season. Parisi believes that by playing against tougher competition, it betters the team for future games, especially for a tournament like the USCA National Championship. USCA website, you guys played the toughest schedule in the USCA.
Yeah.
And do you think that better prepares your team for this type of event?
Yep.
And also
right.
being here before as
Right. Well, having that experience, especially the kids that are returning, that definitely is a huge benefit for us, that we're able to bring in that level of experience, and they recognize what it takes to get to the end, to be in the finals and then win the finals. So they really, that's important, and the other kids can look to those kids. And then obviously the difficulty in the schedule is great. It prepares everybody for, a really high level of play. And in volleyball, we're going to see really great teams here, just like we saw in our conference. So it's just our ability to convert when we've got the ball.
You're the head coach, Mark Parisi of the Daemon Wildcats, following the second back-to-back USTA National Championships. How does that sound to you, Coach?
That sounds amazing. It was our goal from the beginning of the season, but it took a lot of hard work by all 17 of the girls, which, they came together, super close team, and everybody pulled their weight, and we finished amazing. It was just incredible and nice to see. I'm happy for the kids, especially the seniors.
And out there in the championship match, the first set looked like you guys were going to close it out, but you couldn't quite pull it out. What did you tell your team?
Yeah, well, it was crazy, and you guys probably don't know, but this is exactly the way it went last year. We played a close first game, and we lost to Florida in the first game, and then we won the next three. So we had experience to kind of reach back on, and we were confident, we were playing well, and I felt like, we should have closed it out, and it got away from us, and we weren't going to let that happen again.
And Paige Tiller and Yu Wong were both named to the All-Tournament team.
Yep.
You being named tournament MVP. You just talk about how important they were to the team.
Yeah, I mean, we're really, we expect all 6 players on the court at any time to be part of it, but obviously you can see Paige and me are special players, and the team can rally around them. They made great plays defensively at the net with me and back in the backcourt with Paige, and the team, supports them, and that's what it's all about. So, 2 great players.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.